Hey, what's up? Okay, I'm doing this thing. I've already did it on this football group that I run. But I'm going to do it again, and then I'm going to get on my day. Good morning, Brandon here. I just wanted to share some of my favorite names of this past weekend's NFL draft. If you're a football fan or not, you'll find this enjoying, I promise. But this weekend, 253 college players were selected into the NFL by NFL teams. It's kind of a big deal in the sports world, though it doesn't actually matter at all in our lives because there's more important things. We know this. But sometimes it's good to have a little healthy distraction. So, I selected some of the best names, and I saw some names come through the wire, and I was kind of impressed. I was like, wow, look at that guy's name. And then I just decided, wow, wouldn't it be cool to do like a video of all the best names? Not even about like their position or how good of a player they might be, but the best names of the kids that came out that are now going to be in the NFL. So with no further ado, because I know we're all busy, I am going to read for you some of the best names. Now, what's cool about this, it's very arbitrary. I selected them I created categories, okay? Because when someone in the first round, taken 28th overall, Michigan defensive end, Taco Charlton, gets selected, right? His name is Taco Charlton. I said to myself, his name is Taco. That's unusual. And then I noticed way later in the draft board, on 2 days later, on Saturday, taken number 202nd overall, cornerback from Utah, you had a guy named, I'm going to mispronounce his last name, but his first name is Pita Tamapono. I think he's Hawaiian. So rounding out the food category of this year's NFL draft, we have a man named Taco and a man named Pita that were both selected. That's kind of cool. Okay, moving on. I'm Jewish, and that matters because when I was growing up, my friends, whenever there was a Jewish pro athlete, we'd always be like a little bit more excited, like, oh my God, he's Jewish. So I noticed some names in this year's NFL draft that could be, these guys could be Jewish, or they just have Jewish sounding names, kind of like Moses Malone, the former basketball player from the Philadelphia 76ers in the 70s and 80s. His name is Moses Malone. He's a black man. He's definitely not Jewish, but his name is Moses. So that was a fun joke that we used to play and say, he's a Jewish guy. His name's Moses Malone. But he's not. So I found there are 4 players in this year's NFL draft that stood out to me as possible Jewish names. The first one, the most obvious, Corey Levin. Corey Levin was taken 217th overall. He's a guard from Chattanooga, my dad's alma mater. Corey Levin. Next, taken at 108th overall, this is one of my favorite names, linebacker from Wisconsin, Vince Bagel. Vince Bagel, spelled B-I-E-G-E-L. It could be Beagle or Bag. I don't know how he pronounces it, but to me it's Bagel. And so he falls in the Jewish category because Jews love bagels. Vince Bagel. Taken 11 picks later, I believe this is the 4th round, could be the 3rd, running back from North Carolina A&T, Tariq Cohen. Tariq Cohen. His dad could be Jewish. Maybe he was adopted, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, when I went to Hebrew school, I knew friends named Mark Cohen, David Cohen, Jesse Cohen, Michael Cohen, Josh Cohen, but never Tariq Cohen. Yes, Frank, Jews love bagels. And then rounding out the Jewish Semitic category from this year's NFL draft, taken number 221st overall, safety from Washington State, Shalom Luani. Shalom Luani, kind of on par with Moses Malone. Shalom Luani's probably not Jewish, but his name is Shalom, and that means hello, goodbye, and peace if you speak Hebrew. Even if you don't speak Hebrew, that's what it means. Now, what's cool about Shalom Luani is he played in the Pac-12, and in Washington State, they definitely played University of Washington. And the safety from University of Washington, who, amazingly enough, was also selected in this year's NFL draft and made my list of top names. Taken 36 overall in the second round, Buda Baker. So you have Shalom Luani, and his team played Buda Baker. So you had a Shalom in the backfield, and you had a Buda in the backfield. That's religious and kind of cool. Okay, moving on. I've created a little category that was the home decor category. Now, this is the category where people, the names selected here, they sound like they could be out of a catalog from, CB2 or Williams-Sonoma, or I don't know, what are those other like home improvement home stores? Bed Bath & Beyond. Two names stood out to me that sounded like they were in a catalog. Taken number 38th overall, outside linebacker from Western Kentucky, Forrest Lamp. I love Lamp. Forrest Lamp. And then taken 167th overall from Youngstown State, defensive end Avery Moss. So you have an Avery Moss and a Forrest Lamp. They could be in a J. Peterman catalog, if you know what that's from. Okay, before I get to my top 3 names of the NFL draft overall, I've selected 3 of the most normal sounding names. These are names that are not necessarily exquisite at all. Shalom Bagel. Shalom Bagel would be a great name. I guess Shalom Luani and Vince Bagel would have to marry each other in an openly gay marriage, the first openly gay marriage in the NFL, and then Shalom Luani would have to change his last name to Bagel, and then he'd be Shalom Bagel, Frank. I like that comment. I'm glad Dave Carrier is watching. Hello, Dave. As well as Brian Munzer and Wesley Merry, 2 people from my past at different times. Indeed. So here are the top 3 normal names before I get to the 3 best names of the NFL draft. Taken 91st overall from Boston College, you have safety John Johnson. Safety John Johnson. Taken 78th overall, linebacker from Alabama. That's for you, Wesley Merry. Roll Tide. But they lost. They got rolled. Tim Williams. Tim Williams. And rounding out my list of top 3 normal names of the NFL draft. Tight end from Toledo, taken at number 127th, Michael Roberts. Okay, those weren't that exciting, but the top 3 names of the NFL draft are exciting. That's good, Frank. Yes, that's what I would say too if I had a bagel on Saturday morning. Shalom, bagel. I'm guessing these comments are coming in a little later than the stream, but the top 3 names of this year's NFL draft are number 3, at number 152, cornerback from the University of Miami, Corn Elder. Corn Elder. He's a cornerback, and his name is also his position, Corn Elder. Now there's another guy that shows up in this as well, but Corn Elder is a pretty good name, especially if you're a cornerback. The second best name in this year's NFL draft, taken 62nd overall, wide receiver from USC, Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju Smith-Schuster. That's just a good name. I like saying it. I like reading it. I don't know how he is as a player. Never seen him on the field. Doesn't matter. It's a good name. And the first name, the best name of this year's NFL draft, taken at 145th overall, a tight end, mind you, from Michigan, Jake Butt. Jake Butt, spelled B-U-T-T. He's a tight end, and his name is Jake Butt. Just like Corn Elder is a cornerback, Jake Butt is a tight end. So those are the best names, the 15 best names of this year's 2017 NFL Draft. Thank you guys for watching. Do you have any questions? Do you want me to go over anything? If so, now's your time to do it. Just to recap, if you missed the beginning of this, some of the other good names that came out of the draft were Taco Charlton, Pita Tamapuno, that's a taco and a pita. You have a Vince Begel, a Shalom Luani, a Tariq Cohen, and a Corey Levin. Those are the Jewish Semitic names. I'm Jewish, so that's kind of cool. And then also some of the home improvement / home decor catalog sounding names. You have Forrest Lamp and Avery Moss. I'm going to get on with my day now. I hope you will too. Thanks for watching Brandon TV. Let me know what you think. I'm going to sign off. See you guys later. Happy Monday.